what you got to, people say this all the time, but they just don't think about it. But you have to get rid of emotion when it comes to money. It's really, really, really difficult because emotion is what drives us, especially if the emotional time when you're about to retire, your paycheck is about to stop. It's one of the most emotional times in your life. Even if you prepared for it, it is an emotional time one way or the other. And what we do as humans is we all have biases. Our advisors have biases. The internet has biases. And we're listening to too much stuff. And so what people will do is, even if you're thinking politically, right? If you go on the internet, I'm telling you, you'll find thousands of people that hate puppies. I mean, there's everything out there. They did 2 university studies on like Chat GPT and all this, and it's wrong like 70% of the time and make stuff up. Just make stuff up out of the blue. And so you got to be very careful because I'm telling you, if you hate annuities, if you hate stocks or mutual funds, there are plenty of people that are going to confirm that in your head, even though that might have been the best thing for you in retirement, right? You might read the different things where you need to convert everything to a Roth IRA because taxes are going to go through the roof and blah, blah, blah. When in reality, the average person is in a much lower tax bracket in retirement because they don't have a paycheck anymore. And I don't care if they raise taxes, your income is so much less, the odds of your taxes being higher are virtually nil unless you make a huge amount of income before and after retirement. So converting Roth is not the best idea mathematically. And so emotionally, obviously tax-free is better. It's just like I used to be a municipal bond principal. I think it's a Series 53 license now, but basically it says I'm really good at municipal bonds or an expert in municipal bonds. And they're fine. I like municipal bonds. You're funding a municipality's projects and blah, 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 and you get a federally tax-free because of that. And in Texas, we don't have a state tax, so they're completely tax-free. So that's great. But you have to look at the after-tax return. So if you're getting a 3.5%, you're like, yeah, but it's tax-free. Then you got to figure out what your tax bracket is. You know what the average tax bracket in retirement is? It's like 10%. Tax bracket's like 20 actually, but your effective tax rate after your deductions is only about 10, 12%. And so you have to figure out, all right, is this tax-free 10 or 12% or 20%, whatever the number is, better than a taxable alternative? And a lot of times it's not. In other words, if you got 5% out of a CD and you had 10% taxes in it, you're still making 4.5, right? After tax. So that would be better than a 3.5% tax-free bond. It doesn't matter if taxes are going up. I don't care if they go up 20%. So now you're still making 4.2 instead of 3.5. Now, if the municipal bond is a good AAA and it's paying 5, that's a no-brainer. 5 tax-free is better than 5 taxable, period. But you have to add those things together. Remember, all of these things we talk about on this show and what we've recommended for all these years are just asset classes. A municipal bond is just an asset. It's a registered, as long as it's a registered investment, they're just options, right? An annuity is just an asset class. A bond, they're just parts of the fixed income asset class, the fixed annuity stuff, not the variable annuity.